back to study break number 55.
Whoa.
Question mark?
Hey.
Wow.
Goodness.
No reaction from anybody.
No.
Hey, my brain is catching up.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
so much.
So
It
many
was a lot.
characters, so much information
Yeah.
that we learned.
But in really fun ways.
I love that the
Yeah.
tower was empty.
You do?
I do, because Lily was like, "It's Moreé, I know it," and it was nice that it was.
Hey, so you liked that I was wrong?
Yeah.
You didn't care about the storytelling device. You just liked that I was
No.
wrong.
I liked what was happening in there.
Sure.
That was a great encounter. I liked that. Like, just it felt like a video game.
Yeah,
Like, getting,
Totally like a
touching.
point and click.
Yeah.
I was originally thinking of y'all like reading journal entries, and I was like, that's not as fun.
We also kind of did that in that cave that Big P was in.
Yeah,
like,
y'all
with the book.
did.
That was cool. And like it's also like more like it's like Lunastera is the goddess of memories. Like it had that cold magic. Like and then it was confusing because like at least I thought it was her. You know what I mean? And then we figured out that it was Hyperia.
Yeah.
But like it's
Yeah.
like what's going on there? Like why are Hyperia's memories like being preserved? I assume by Lunastera.
No,
Or,
because
like,
of the
by-
ghost dahlias.
Yeah.
But still, that's by her power.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they would probably know of each other's power, so she was probably just specifically farming the dahlias, so nobody would ever forget what happened here.
There's just like something really messy and juicy going on there that I like.
Yeah. My first instinct was that I was like, oh, Melina like was imprisoned here
Yeah.
at some point. And then I was like, okay, it's Lunastera. And then it was really fun. And we like revealed all the information in a really satisfying way.
Good, yeah.
It all kind of went together really nicely. By
The random order we chose kind of worked.
yeah, kind of
Yeah.
worked out
Nice.
really well.
The clay statue is so hard. I mean, they were all so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'm
The fact
so
that, like,
curious.
They took their kid.
I'm so curious about the gardener. Like, who is she / where is she?
Yeah.
Like, is she dead?
Back
or-
when we were assuming it was Lunastera, I just assumed that was Astaroth because like they fell in love. But this is like Hyperia and
This is something.
someone?
This is something different because Lunastera and Astaroth were like different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think.
But I also think she's just a normal, like,
Yeah.
mortal woman that she
I think
loved.
and I think that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it's like like Lunastera and Astaroth are both like gods of their own realms, which is like cool and hot and like interesting. But like, oh my god, like
She's thinking about it.
it's gonna, yeah.
What did I really have like songs that I listen to while I come up with these essential like OCs.
Like songs about
Almost.
being like a literal sun god, and then you fall in love with your gardener.
I was
Because if I listen to a song
was
about
listening
that,
to-
I'm probably gonna throw up.
I was listening to All Things End by Hosier.
Whoa! That'll do it.
Oh my God.
And there was one other what was it?
Or was it also by Hosier?
All that we intend is scrawled in sand and slips right through our hands.
Velvet Ring by Big Thief.
Oh.
I don't know.
Sometimes these like lyrics, I think it might be like a TikTok. You might know it from like,
Yeah, you
Oh, okay.
yeah, you've heard that. Savior Complex by Phoebe Bridgers. And it's like sometimes like the lyrics like don't necessarily go, but like I think the vibe.
sometimes it's the vibe.
Sometimes it's the
Yeah.
vibe.
Okay.
But yeah, these kind of like softer, but like All Things End is like a big song.
It's just interesting. They like imprisoned her here, but she was allowed into the garden. And so like the only like relationship she could have was with this gardener. Like that was the only person she saw for like 50 years.
Yeah.
It also sounds like maybe she wasn't allowed into the garden. She was just allowed to look at the garden.
Maybe.
She was allowed in the garden trowel. It was like she was like throwing it into the dirt.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, so what she had said then was like, you wanted a garden and then now you want it all dug up. There's like a little bit there that maybe
It was Ghost Dahlia.
it's kind of
She
like,
wanted to-
it's kind of, this was going to be like in the journals a little bit. This might be like lore that's not needed. So I think it's fine to say in the study break. Essentially, it was like Hyperia had been there for like 40 plus years. And she had been asked to create this thing for Lord Cloud, and she wasn't. And he was like, okay, like, what do you need? And she was like, I would at least like a garden. And then they gave her a garden, and she was like, no, I want to make a garden. And then, so like this gardener had come and like made this garden overnight. And then now it's like, she has to get rid of it. And so she was upset. And then it needed to be, this was going to be somewhere else too. It was like, she was essentially teaching Hyperia how to garden. And it
Obviously,
was like,
because they fell in love.
yeah,
Shut
and
the
it was
hell
like
up.
it was like a once every
Jared,
it was like
I can't
once
deal with you.
every other week kind of thing.
What is wrong with you?
Oh my god.
And then after years of this, they finally the gardener like snuck into the tower, and then she didn't see them, and then the garden died, and then Hyperia, her soul was taken and put into her daughter. This was the thing that I came to y'all with a couple days ago. That I walked into the room. They were recording the Goblin mode for February, and I came into the room and I was like, I finally figured it out. I figured it out what the backstory is.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is what I was figuring out.
Damn.
All this whole thing, I was figuring this out.
And you thought we wouldn't learn this for a while.
I thought it might take a little bit, but I was like, no.
And what did I say? I said it was Moreé, and I was
Yeah, you did.
I was almost there.
That's that's because
Yeah.
Campbell was guessing, and then I learned later that Campbell was right on the money.
Fuck. If there's one thing Jared's gonna do, it's craft some devastating lesbians.
So devastating, forbidden love.
but they weren't messy.
doomed lovers. No,
They
no,
were
no.
doomed.
I'm not saying. Sometimes Jared's
That's why I
crafting
said
something
devastating.
messy.
They're not messy. They're just oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
They killed that gardener, didn't they?
And then
We
they
don't
made
know.
her put her soul in it.
They didn't make her do nothing. They
Her.
did that to her.
What do you mean?
So like the ritual, they like took her soul from her forcibly and then put it in.
Her own daughter.
She didn't like
crazy.
That's so crazy.
But if it was going to happen, at least it was her daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did they get the baby? Because didn't the gardener, like, isn't the gardener like the one who like carried the baby?
Yeah.
The gardener probably like I would imagine, I don't know anything, but I would imagine that like once they found out, the gardener tried to like run away and like have their child in secret or something, and then they figured it out.
Like tracked her and got the baby and then they
Yeah,
took it back.
that's what I would imagine. Hyperia would be like, "Get out of here! You have to go." And then and then shows back up, knock, knock, knock. Here's your baby and your girlfriend's dead body.
My kind of thing was, which makes it even worse, was that Hyperia didn't even know that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
I just got lightheaded.
So she thought that she was
exactly.
she had just left.
Oh man.
I love that you were like, same-sex pregnancy is canon in this world.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah,
don't
because
remember if we ever, like-
Margie's dad.
Margie has
Oh,
two
yeah.
dads and like she's their biological child.
We can get into this. This is going to get heavy. This is like I won't explicitly say anything, but like content warning, essay mentioned.
Content warning essay, but like the point of the conversation is that we don't have it. You know what I mean?
That was to make it so in this world, like that is not a thing. Like pregnancy has to be a like
Oh, yeah.
consensual,
Yeah.
Of love.
agreed upon love thing.
Yeah.
So like the idea of like this man making this woman make this heir, it's like, no, she's a god that can create life.
Yeah.
But like he could never force her to make a like have a child.
And I knew we weren't going there just because of like the vibe of
Yeah.
our table. And if
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? That was never like, oh, but what if it's this when we were putting the pieces together?
Mm-hmm.
But it still was like, wait, how does this work?
And then I'm going to say another insert right here. It's like discussion of that is now over. And then
Okay.
we can insert that then. And then we'll just pick out back up here.
Perfect.
But yeah, so that's the backstory of Moreé, how Moreé came to be.
Wow.
Um,
And then the fact that she got obsessed.
And that's not how, that's who like Connor is following. That's like turning all these people,
yeah,
which makes more sense because she's like young. Like it's Moreé.
yeah. Well, and also, I mean, it needed to come up with good reasons for Moreé to be like, have like a good reason to fly off the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, you're kind of based.
Yeah.
They trapped your mother's soul, who is a god, inside of you.
I would also go crazy.
Yeah.
I'd get fanatical. But it's like crazy that she's like, she has this like fanatic obsession. There's this like religious obsession with Hyperia. And it's like, that's like, girl, that's you.
She is the chosen one, essentially.
Like, it's
Damn.
so strange.
It is as though if you were like, oh, like the second coming of Christ is coming. And then you were like, wait, I'm the second
Yeah.
coming.
It's me. But yeah, I love that she was writing all that stuff about like begotten, not made, which like is like a common like Jesus phrase, you know what I mean? Like a common Jesus descriptor. But like it's so interesting to have like, it's like, okay, begotten, not made, like great. In the Bible, like the Christian Bible, it's like that's the only option. but to have the contrast of like there is like something that was made or was trying to be made, like to contrast with her is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because like obviously a god can sculpt something out of clay and bring it to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's like light work. Like most gods are like getting up to that kind of thing. But it's like that one didn't work. Like, is there another version of it that did work? And then like, I don't know if Big P is like the child of Astaroth and Lunastera. Like, it's like, I guess they're like destined to like, I don't know. They're each like kind of like avatars or like demigods or like whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. It's just like, but like they've never met. I don't even know if they know the other one exists.
Yeah.
They're just like two really interesting characters.
Are you playing I Bet on Losing Dogs right now?
Oh yeah, that was also in that playlist.
Oh my God, Jared.
Jared, how long have you been like going through it like this?
Going like a couple days. I mean, I'm just enjoying the music. I like it. It gives me that vibe.
Yeah, I get it.
What else happened at the beginning of this? Oh, did y'all distract Schmear?
Oh yeah, with Curd. That was smart.
That was easy.
That worked out.
Yeah.
I liked that. I liked that.
Didn't
moment.
somebody
That was
roll
really
a nat
funny.
20? We had the weirdest nat 20s this whole episode.
We had whack ass nat 20s. I rolled a 19 on that, but that's just because I have
what
silver
it
tongue.
is.
I don't think any of us rolled a nat 20 there. I think it was just successful enough that like
Yeah. They were like, okay.
his
But also, like, that, you know what I mean? It's not like we created a really good distraction. A really good distraction appeared,
Yeah.
and we directed, smeared, and we directed his attention to it.
We
Yeah.
so should have thrown him off the bridge because then maybe we wouldn't have gotten caught.
Would we have gotten
Maybe.
caught no matter what? Whenever we were up there
Yeah.
discovering all the mysteries, like,
I
were you
mean-
always
It
going to
was
come
like-
get us?
It was a kind of like,
What would you have done if we
There's-
had fought?
if y'all had fought, it would have been like,
Killed us.
well, here's the thing. Y'all
Like,
are
would
at a
they have
point-
downed us and then we woke up in prison?
Somebody asked me in I think it was Crow, asked me for a JMO with Jared. It was like, do you have any plans for if the gals die? And I was like, yes. I cannot tell you. Or I think Crow's question was like, what are your plans if they die? It's like, I cannot tell you.
Yeah, but you have
I
them.
will say we're at the point now where if you die, there is a plan in place where you can die. And I was like, if y'all fight, then that means like you as players think that like you can get out of this, which it's like you cannot. You should not be able to get out of this.
But that's what I want. Like,
exactly.
we're at the point where it's like we need the stakes of like we might fucking die.
The stakes felt real. The stakes felt like if we fight, we'll die.
Yeah.
Or
No, I agree.
They'll knock us out and we'll wake up in prison.
Yeah, it seemed like the vibe was like we're going to prison one way or another. So
Yeah.
it was one of my flunks is that I wasn't like fake. I don't know. My flunk is that I didn't say shit to like persuade Timinus or whatever in that moment. But it was like there was nothing to say. We were going to jail one way or another.
You could have made it hurt though, I think. Could have made him feel real bad about it.
I don't know.
But you don't want him to pity you. Like, he should
No.
fear you.
Yeah, I don't want to seem weak.
Yeah.
I want him to be scared.
That was crazy when he
Yeah.
was like, you were like one of the strongest like Ruidon daughters.
Yeah.
I think you said greatest daughter. I
Yeah.
believe was the wording.
Olivia and I were looking at each other like, oh,
It was
during
crazy.
that.
It was
Which
like
is crazy because my two oldest, like the oldest Ruidon child, Almathara, is like a war hero. Like she fought during like,
Damn.
so like.
yeah, he straight up said, "You're my
better than
favorite."
you, Better than you.
I will sadly say he said one of the greatest daughters.
Or I said one of the best or something.
Whatever.
I just was hinting at the greatest is like better than best, you know?
There was so much info.
He's a
Yeah.
manipulator.
Anime.
Oh, when he was like, I had as many kids as possible, I was like, okay, Timinus, we don't need to hear about all that.
Okay, keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got like 16 of them. I feel like it was
Crazy.
We had
I was
to
like,
hear
that's
about it.
nasty.
We had to hear about it one way or another.
I feel like I haven't rolled a nat 20 in years.
You haven't. Maybe you're cursed. Maybe my curse on you worked. My
What the
homemade
curse?
hex that I did on you.
Your stone soup or wood soup or whatever the hell.
My wood soup with an ominous vibe. My mildly unsettling.
Dreadful soup.
Yeah.
I was gonna say wild side note. I think this is the last episode in study break we're recording here.
I was just about to check that.
Really?
I think it is because we just recorded goblin mode here.
When you notice the jump in our sound quality, there's
I
going to
think
be
it's
no
gonna be the
dogs,
same.
no
It's gonna be
creaking.
about the same.
No dogs, no creaking. People
Well, we don't. It's not all getting replaced the minute we move. So
What do you mean, the chairs?
it's not like we move and the chairs are going to be there.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. We
gotta find them.
Find them, pay for them.
Gotta make some money back after the live show.
Yeah, subscribe to the Patreon if you're listening to this and you want us to stop creaking the chairs.
No, we have one more. Oh no,
No, it's
we have
not,
a
'cause I have a
goblin
show.
mode and a gabbin.
Yeah, because
Nice.
I have a show that one
Oh,
night
not
that we
even
need
a
to move.
gabbin.
No, we're recording Gabbins on Monday.
Then we're out of here.
I was gonna say if y'all have time, y'all should do a gabbin here whenever we've moved everything out, and y'all are just like on the floor. And we're like, this is like our first place that we recorded in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not very nostalgic, but I could get into that.
You're not very nostalgic.
Not as a person. I think I moved around too much as a kid. I don't get
That's
attached because it
cute.
was like, we lived in this house for 2 years, and then it's like, okay, see ya.
I think it's
You know
a
what I
great idea, but I think the minute that I have this place clean and everything emptied out, I'm never going to want to come back.
That's true. That's fair.
Not because I love this place. It's just that's how I am. It's like, okay, it's done. Let's go.
I love it when the stuff is
Fair.
in it. I love it here, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll be like, remember when we used to record in the apartment? I'm just like not that type of person.
Yeah, I'm a huge nostalgic person.
I'm not.
I'm gonna be pretty sad.
I'm
Your
not a
childhood
big.
home, like your childhood home.
Yes.
I just like feel like the house that like my parents and sisters live in right now. It's like I never lived there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
when
not
I go home,
very-
it's like, I'm excited to see them, but it's like there's no like nostalgia.
I'm not a very nostalgic person either.
Yeah.
kid of divorce.
What?
Child of divorce.
I mean, also didn't have like
You can't say
the home. Like she had 2 homes.
it's true.
Yeah, and one of them.
And one of them burned.
Oh, guys.
One of them did burn.
Guys, vote in the comments right now if you think we're doing a bit or not. No, we told them.
I think I've told them.
That
Oh
would be
yeah, because
funny-
in
that would be
the
funny for you. Like, do you think we're doing a bit that Olivia's house burned to the ground, or do you think it's a real fact?
no, because you told them in the episode where the weather feathers like help carry the water.
Yeah.
Told
Oh,
Oh
some
yeah,
anecdotes.
Olivia was like, that happened to me. That was a good episode. Oh my goodness, I just love the weather feathers.
I'm glad that we saw.
I gave Maeve a hug. I know that happened really fast, but like I needed a hug from Maeve Weather Feather.
I really thought there was a world where we could have gotten out of getting arrested.
I liked how quick the prison break was. It was like, all right, we don't need to waste away in here. Let's get moving.
Yeah, I was like, Jared, are you just gonna let us run through and break everybody out? But then the end, I was like, okay, it makes more sense. Like, obviously something else is going on, but I was like,
We
damn.
covered a lot of ground.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn, you're just gonna let it happen?
Jail
idea
isn't
of-
quite as interesting as like letting us get out and
Yeah.
putting another more interesting thing for us to fight
But it was interesting while we were there.
in front of us. It was
But
great.
obviously, you say code names to me. My eyes turn into hearts.
Oh man,
I love code names.
Oh, that
was-
little rat.
like the perfectly crafted encounter
Stinky.
for us. But it was stressful because usually I'm not the one giving clues.
Yeah.
So
That was so fun.
but it was perfect. I did.
Good.
It was like really fun. And
If
I mean, you
It wasn't
killed
too
it.
hard.
We got 4 for 4.
Yeah.
yeah,
Your
the,
clues were spot on.
You could
like,
have made them harder.
the way well, I mean, I kind of just threw some fucking words together.
Oh.
Was gonna say if y'all got one wrong. So the way it worked was if you picked like a neutral word and then like the correct word, then like it just like we move on to another one. I had a couple more like ready to go.
oh, okay.
And I could have made.
So I thought some of them were gonna be like the one that like didn't have anything next to it. I thought it was gonna be like the bomb.
No,
So I
the
was
one
really
with the X was
scared.
the bomb. And
Oh,
if you
okay, yeah.
selected the bomb with like a good one or anything, then you would have gotten like fireballed.
holy
You
shit.
got fucking smacked.
Who would have SRS?
was
No, it would have like the lock would have been like and like flamed you.
Damn.
Would have flamed
Whoa.
would have flamed the ones that were trying to undo the lock.
Imagine you're a Sunshine Knight and you work there and you like put the code in wrong on accident and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Now you're on fire.
You would have gotten
so.
fireballed.
That's funny. Oh, what stat blocks did you have like ready in case we fought someone?
I had all of the canine stat blocks are now built out.
Do you have Timinus?
No, I didn't plan on y'all fighting him.
I'm just saying we could have.
I had like Schmear and Kurds.
Yeah. We almost fought them.
If y'all decided to fight Timinus, I would have been like crazy. And then I would have just like built
Yeah.
out a crazy guy.
It's like
real
level
fast.
20, like
Yeah. Schmear and Kurt are
Crazy
fun. They're
sorcerer.
kind of like the Mountain and the Hound if they were stupid
Yeah.
and like loved each other.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the vibe I wanted to give them.
if they were better brothers to each other.
Yeah.
They were that's like how to make any character better.
Yeah.
If they were stupid and they loved each other.
Stupid and full of love.
Yeah. I'm excited about the fight coming up with the Hill Giant. I'm excited that everyone's there and we get to see him in action.
I'm
Maybe.
nervous
Or we
about
might tell them like run.
I'm
You know?
nervous about Apple, and I don't know who else is with them.
It was just Apple that you saw too.
I know,
Is
but I
Apple
know
on
there's
it?
3 more with them,
There are 3
and
more.
and we don't like we can assume that maybe one is pork chop, but we don't know the rest.
And we know everybody knows what Margie like they all know that they're looking for Margie, right? Like they know what she looks like and stuff.
Yeah, Apple knows what Margie looks
Yeah.
But I
like.
assume she would have told them, like, hey, here's
Yeah,
what we're looking for.
Probably.
So pretty bad.
Yeah, so I'm nervous.
But like, is that their mission here?
I don't know. It used to be, but now it's like, who knows? I think we could tell the Silver Crown people, like, hey, get out of here. We'll handle it. But they might be like, no way, we're not going to let you handle a hill giant. I mean, they are like adults. So I get why they wouldn't listen to kids being like, we'll do it.
We got this.
But we have to get it done before the summit. So we can't miss the advent of Hyperia.
Wouldn't that be so
Even if we can't do anything about it, we still have to watch.
I want to watch it, just to see, just to confirm, yep, that's Moreé, and that's how, if we can get a glimpse of Moreé's loving it, or Moreé's
Did we ever meet her? Did we ever meet Moreé?
No, she was gone before we
Yeah.
got there.
So she wouldn't be like, oh my god, hey guys.
No,
But she knew Felicity.
Which, where is Felicity in all this? What does she know?
Tell me about it.
I don't trust Felicity.
Sorry, back to my just trying to understand Hyperia and Moreé.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
Golden Order, and is that she's come to us in a dream and shown us what she wants to do, which is break all the planes. But that also seems like what the Golden Order wants to do. But then she's also been imprisoned by the Golden Order and then imprisoned in her own daughter. So it's you'd think she wouldn't be down with what the Golden Order wants to do. You know what I mean? But then also Moreé is now a religious fanatic,
I will say
about herself and her mother. I don't know. It just seems like Hyperia wouldn't want to align herself with the Golden Order anymore.
there is Rafa and Hyperia have had some communication at some point about an idea. And you can assume that Moreé was probably brought up with that plan and that idea.
Yeah.
And so what of that has Hyperia stolen, and she's I'll have my own idea?
Yeah.
And what is her plan with that?
Okay.
I would say it's probably safe to assume that Hyperia does not want to go along with the Golden Order. Maybe she likes some of their ideas, but
Yeah, maybe
for herself.
Maybe it's she likes the idea. They have the same idea, but they're gonna go about it different ways,
Yeah.
right? She could do it in a way where she's in control, and they could do it in a way where they're in.
It just seems like we could convince Hyperia to fight against the Golden Order.
You're
It's
an enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly. She seems like she could be an ally in the sense of destroying the Golden Order.
That's true. I just feel
but also not an ally after we achieve that goal. Do
it
you know
just
what I
also
mean?
feels so, and this is probably from media I've consumed, but it always feels when you deal with a god, it's they're not thinking as one-to-one as we are, because they're a god who can see so much further into the future.
Yeah, but she's also an imprisoned god, so she's desperate for freedom.
Yeah, but it's not. We don't know if we can let her. We don't know if we can break her out. So it's we'd have to learn a lot more about how we could help her. I think to even get her to not kill us off the bat.
It could also be a thing where we have to choose, but either Hyperia or Moreé can survive. Now that they've been fused, it wouldn't work. In which case, it's do you kill a god? Does a god cease to exist and Moreé gets her own soul back, or do you let Hyperia take back over, but she has to sacrifice Moreé to do it?
Yeah, I guess it's what good are the gods in this world is what that question comes down to. I don't know. Are they
I mean, if Hyperia is the sun god, then it's very important. You know what I mean?
Well,
it can't
but
be
it's
let's take the gods down. We're against monarchy. It's oh, okay, well now the realm is screwed. The sun is gone.
But or is it it was already created, so it's in existence. It's not it dies if she dies. I don't know.
That would be lame though. If it had no consequence, just to kill a god, that doesn't make any sense.
Or
she
unless-
gives people it's this is not our world. It's a fantasy world. There's clerics, there's paladins. There are all these people who are channeling her power. And
Well,
getting
they would
real,
lose their power
effects from it.
You know what I mean? It's I think the world could go on, and a lot of people would lose their power.
But I'm guessing most healers in this world are channeling her power. You know what I mean? It would greatly alter the world if she just stopped existing.
Yeah.
But it would be so tragic if for her to continue existing, she had to either continue to share the soul or would have to
But she might
kill-
choose to die herself. You know what I mean? As her daughter.
yeah, maybe. Jared has set up a very tragic situation.
I love it.
So evil.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to fight the hill giant. I love fighting one big enemy in a big group.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about the Tabaxis.
Me too. I'm nervous they're gonna get Margie
Or they're
as
gonna,
soon as like one of us gets distracted.
or they're
by
gonna
me.
go after the canine.
They're gonna grab her. Yeah, but yeah.
I know the canine are not built for this.
Yeah, they literally
Like,
said
you
we're
guys-
like we haven't been trained at all. It's like you guys need to leave.
You guys really jumped into this
yeah.
too soon.
I love that you said that they were jumping around in there. You were like, they're jumping
Like,
around.
Whoa, wait.
Oh,
Whoa, that's my foot you're swinging your sword at.
Yeah.
oh,
Whoa, you got a nail.
Oh boy. Yeah, maybe we can put them on Sally. Sally's still in the back pocket.
Sally's nearby.
We
Yeah.
can watch this summit.
She
And we,
helped.
She's
I
fueled.
loved A+ to when she was circling and she was like spilling chili.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so.
Oh my
Ice
goodness.
And then we were like, she was spamming like the order button.
Yeah.
Soap.
She's eating a bunch.
Soap, milkshake, milkshake, soap,
That was so
chili,
funny.
soap,
Oh my god.
chili, soap.
I love her so much.
Well, I'm we still gotta make it out of this.
Where'd the hill
thing
giant
alive.
come from?
The ground. He's a hill.
He was in like a door that they had. He was like their last line of defense.
I
if
thought
there
he
was a
came
prison
up.
break.
I thought it was like we ran out onto the ground and like the ground in front of us was like, and he rose out of it because he's
That's
like a.
great.
I don't think that.
No,
that
they, like,
is
opened a
real.
door.
Yeah, I imagine it's kind of like Gladiator Pit style, where like the big door at the end they open and that's what was in
Yeah.
there.
I like that too. Oh, my flunk from ages ago was that like I think I've talked about this before. My favorite, like one of my favorite tropes is like when like the characters go to the big city and then they see a puppet show that like tells you about the state of the political propaganda.
yeah.
Like it's like what is the like state trying to tell the people is like the truth, and like it's like it happens in everything, and I love it. And this is like a flunk, obviously, that I've been thinking about. The fact that I didn't like roll to like find a puppet show whenever I was like sneaking around in a state. It's like, who was I that day? I look back and I'm like, what's even the point of being Lily? Like, I don't know. I must have been like really like separated from my true heart on that day. But my flunk for this episode is for myself, whenever you like revealed all the cool like memories and stuff, I like could not figure out who was pregnant and who. So my flunk is that something was not clicking. But then it did click.
That's fine. It can be tough taking in a bunch of names and memories and being like, perfect, I'm piecing them together.
And I don't even know if you'll leave that in, but maybe you will, so that people are like, oh, that's what happened. Or maybe it'll make it more confusing and you'll cut it out.
Yeah.
So feel free to do either one.
I also feel like as a listener, I feel like it's going to click a lot quicker than if you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
to you, the story seems a lot more linear, but to us, it's like, there's always 17 plates spinning.
Guys, we're confused on mic sometimes.
And we're thinking about everything about our characters, so
I'm thinking, what spells do I have right now?
I'm thinking, when am I going to meet my parents?
Campbell's
again?
thinking, how do I play D&D?
Campbell's thinking, like, what's a spell slot again?
What's a sorcery point?
Oh.
I see it says sorcery points on there. I've never heard that word.
My flunk is that I didn't say more to Timinus when he was sitting there like spilling the beans to me, kind of,
Hey.
or manipulating me. But then I was so scared of like revealing information to him that I was like, I'll just let him talk. I was like, oh.
That's a real technique.
Yeah.
If you're
I was-
silent, like the other person will
We'll
fill
just do
it.
all the talking.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just let him talk and just see what Jared like wants him to say. But then he was like, and I'm done. Bye. Because I thought he was gonna start grilling me again about like school.
Yeah.
And why I
he was
got
planning on
expelled.
coming back and talking to you.
Oh, I'm just gonna be
He thought he had plenty
disappointed.
of time.
Yeah.
I love that we destroyed his office. I know that episode was so random and so chaotic, but like I love that it happened.
Got him.
Got his
But he said, you killed Zip and Zap?
Oh, that is so sad.
Poor guy.
They
killed
weren't
his eels.
like about to kill me.
They were beloved family pets.
Okay.
And you murdered
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
It was a tragedy when Zop died.
Oh,
It was like y'all had a funeral.
We had a little funeral for him, yeah.
the Zop
He's buried in the
around
garden.
the world. My flunk is that I wasted an invisibility for nothing.
It was funny. So who cares?
I like the image of like an invisibility outline, like
I almost
scrambling
burned
around the
that
room.
dimension door, which could really come in handy
Yeah.
for next
Yeah, I'm
session.
glad you didn't use that. I wish I could have.
I still think you should have opened a pin and like just like fried all of them.
Well, I can't fry 20 people at once. Really.
Are you sure?
I like could have done lightning bolt if they were all kind of in the same
line.
area.
If they're all in a line.
Also, we gotta save the pins.
But like, I guess as we were like walking down the hallway, like towards the prison, I could have like unleashed lightning bolt on all of them, but it wouldn't have killed them.
It wouldn't have killed them. It would have wasted a pin, and we got out of jail anyway.
Jared would have been like, roll initiative.
There is gonna be a time soon where you have to unlock multiple pins or die. So I say like we save him for that.
Yeah. But I could have done 54 damage to each of them with one spell slot.
That is pretty awesome. But like even Sawyer, that wouldn't have taken her down.
I assumed that they were all probably above that.
My A plus was how quickly we got through everything, and I love that. I thought that we got to a good spot. I thought we would take a little bit more time, but we didn't.
Yeah, we were kind of zooming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that all the information was in one episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like the episode before this one was like kind of like rising action, like we're on edge, like what's gonna happen, and then this episode was like we were moving around, but we were learning a lot. And now like next episode is like big combat, like more thrilling. So I'm glad we got through it all in one.
Just the stuff with Timinus, it's like you're so close to being like, fuck the Golden Order. It's like I feel like maybe we could turn him and the rest of the Ruidons, or it's like, because it is like, sure, I'll be the head of the Ruidon family.
Yeah.
Like, sure, but we're not working for the fucking Golden
Whenever
Order
he started
anymore.
saying that, I wanted to be like, kill him. You know what I mean? Whenever he was like, I think you should be the head of the family, it's like, okay,
No.
and then you stab him.
Yeah.
No,
That would be awesome. That'd be very Game of Thrones.
He just seemed what he was saying. It was like he was already kind of like not down with what the Golden Order was doing, and I was like, okay, take the one more step further of like, let's not use a child army to like destroy the plains, taking our realm into a new era. I was like, what do you think that means?
Yeah.
What do any of you think that means?
No, I was like, okay, they're still children. I was like, are you lying to yourself that you like are like, oh, these are experienced adventurers? It's also even weirder coming from like he's got to be like 300, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, they've been alive for 15 years.
Yeah.
Is he 300? I don't know. Elves, it's like it's kind of weird.
I don't remember. He's
older than Arathis, is what we know.
Yeah.
He's like 300, 400.
I imagine Lord Arathis like 150. Like a young, young
elf.
for an adult elf.
Yes, I think that's.
And then I imagine Timinus is like a mentor figure.
And then my final flunk was, I wish I had a little bit more planned at the end there. That ending was a little bit like, these things happen. Because I knew I wanted the canine to be there and then the Tabaxi to like show up. But then also I was like, there does need to be like some consequences at the end. And like I had the hill giant kind of in the back pocket, but I was like, I don't know if he'll come in. But then y'all kind of breezed through everything. And if like a lock had exploded, then like some more shit would have gone down and would have been harder to get out. And also the Nat 20, I wasn't planning on the Silver Crown people being there and that y'all would see them.
Really?
They were going to be somewhere else. But since you Nat 20'd, I was like, they're there. You can grab them.
You owe me a fat Nat 20, so I don't feel bad.
I do.
I'm excited.
I do. They were going to be somewhere else, but I threw them there for you.
On that video, I said it's my New Year's resolution to roll a Nat 20 for something that actually matters. So I feel really good
I made that
about
one matter, yeah.
I had a nat 20. Was that to see the words on the wall and the rat and the stuff?
Yeah, that was to like understand everything immediately.
That was great.
That was nice because that could have taken us a while to like see the words.
And I loved that encounter. I thought it was so fun that I love an encounter where we're actually like playing a game. It was like I love an encounter like that. So
yeah, I love random tables, but the fun part about the random table is that you have to like adapt to it. Like you have to make your own creative decisions to adapt to the table. So yeah, stuff like that was always fun where it's not just like numbers.
Yeah.
It's also like creativity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are mine.
Those are ours?
Yeah.
You want to give a drive-by? You want to give up a drive-by A+?
Drive-through order?
Can I get an A+ for give me a second, I'm looking at the menu.
Yeah, just order when you're ready.
Yeah, no problem.
People have been really liking our number 3 today.
Huh? What?
People have been really liking our number 3.
Why are there two
my
people on the mic? Sorry.
He's in training.
Oh, you have a shadow?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, my A+ is going over to the window
Oh yeah.
and touching it and figuring out like the encounter.
Yeah, I was going to have Margie like touch something and then be like, whoa. And then if y'all were just kind of like, oh, this is crazy.
Like you
So you're
found
scared
these?
to touch things now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I've got one touching the window. Anything else for you today?
Do you want to make that into a large? It's another 50 cents.
Yeah, I could. Do you guys also do you guys cook dogs in there?
We
drop
are
some
not
dogs in the
allowed.
fryer?
We are not allowed to give away our secret ingredients.
Well, can I give you a dog through the window and you hand it back cooked?
Of course,
Okay, I have two. I have two wieners.
we'll take them.
It's an extra charge.
Okay, one cooked dog. I've got to walk up to the window and
cooked
touch
dogs.
it. Oh,
Two
two
cooked
cooked
dogs.
two cooked dogs. I've got to walk up to the window and touch it with a large drink
And a shake.
and a shake.
I think that'll be it.
Okay, great.
What's my total?
Okay, great. It's gonna be 16.25. Pull up to the window.
Okay, see you there.
All right. And with that, tune in next week to hear another thrilling episode of Gals and Goblins. Some shit will be hitting the fan some more. Anything else? Patreon?
Patreon, social media, 5-star
Social media.
review, merchandise shop,
Discord.
Discord. We'll see you there. Get in the Discord. Couldn't be more fun. Unless you were in it.
And we'll see you.
Bye.
Bang.